Okay, so look behind me. I told you that I would do something about that window. So I have strategically placed some of our beach towels to keep the light out of the way. Today, right now, getting ready to make some hummus. Super simple. I did like the magic of TV and measured out some stuff ahead of time. Took me about 5 minutes to pull everything out. Alright, so hummus, I'm going to dip some veggies in it. Yum. I'm so ready. I have, let's see here. I'm going to make this easy. I've got my Shred Emulsifier right there. It's going to be one touch once I fill up the container. So I'm going to bring the container right here. Let's see if I can prop this up. Okay, container. Got 1 can of garbanzo beans or chickpeas, otherwise known as chickpeas. I have, oh, let's see. And there was like, is that better? That's better. Okay, so can of chickpeas, rinse them in water. And 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. It says 3 to 4. I found this recipe online that I'm trying out. Thought I had all the recipe. I'm tweaking it a little bit for myself. So it said 3 to 4, so I'm going to start with 3. If I need to add more later, I can. But you can't take the lemon away. So I want to be careful about that. Half a teaspoon of salt. It's not that much. I did use sea salt instead of just regular salt. 3 tablespoons of tahini, sesame tahini. It is creamy puree of roasted sesame seeds. It is like so awesome and delicious. And I'll tell you, mine was all separated. So before I started to make this video, I decided that I would use my emulsifier and I put it in and pureed it. So it's like easily measuring. It's beautiful. So 3 tablespoons of the tahini. I love. It smells so good. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? It calls for 2 cloves of garlic. I don't have any garlic, so I'm going to measure out like 2 kind of heaping teaspoons of minced garlic. My lemon juice wasn't fresh lemon juice. It probably should be, but I don't have any lemons. I have lemon juice. So, calls for that. It also calls for 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I am going to, this is where I'm going to veer just a little bit. I'm going to use this same tablespoon that I used my tahini in. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Get the rest of that tahini in there. And I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of pure sesame oil. I just like the sesame flavor. That's a personal preference type thing. Go ahead, use the olive oil. No big deal. This is just my own personal, I like it like that. Now I'm going to try something different. I just bought a zester. Ta-da! Really excited. I'm just going to take an orange and do a few little pieces of zest. Just to give you that oil essence. You don't want to get white. You want to just get the top part. See, if you get the white part, the what is that called? The pilf, I think. I might be wrong about that. It's bitter. And you don't want that. And I'm also going to take, let's see. Where did it go? Where did it go? Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to use something else. Alright, this will work. Improvise. You got to improvise. Okay. I just wanted to squeeze a little bit of orange juice. Just to give it a little citrus. Along with the lemon. So I just squeezed a little bit. I put my fingers there just in case any seeds came out. But this is actually a clementine. It's clementine. So, just to be fair. So I think that is everything. Now I'm going to stick it here on my emulsifier. This thing is awesome, but loud. So we're going to pause, and we'll be back in a minute. Check out what we've got. So this is what we've got going on here, and we'll see the final product. I'll show you how easy this is, though, just so you can see. Okay, I'm on I'm going to use I'm going to go for the nut butter button. Be back in a minute. Okay, so it's done with this first little round. And after tasting it, it's not quite right. Too much lemon. It needs a little more olive oil, so I've already put about another tablespoon or two of olive oil in here. I'm also going to add some pepper. Just a little bit of ground, just black pepper. Or maybe I'm going to brainstorm for a moment and I will be back. Okay, so I had to think for just a minute. What I've done is I have toasted off some flaxseed and I'm going to put it in my little grinder here. Would help if it's plugged in. Plugging it in would be helpful. Okay, so I'm going to toast off some I toasted off some flaxseed in my skillet. Just dry till it pops just a little bit. Just give it a little nutty, toasty flavor. I just want to tone down the citrus a little bit. So I did about a tablespoon of flaxseed or so, but that looks like a lot more once it's ground up. So I'm just gonna. There we go. Gonna add that in there. I also added another tablespoon and a half of tahini. It needed, the nuttiness was missing. And I really feel like it needs a little bit of spice. Not a lot. So I'm going to take this chipotle seasoning and I'm just going to do that's it. Just a little tap tap. Don't do too much. Blow your mind. Okay. Round 2. We'll be back in just a minute to taste. Okay, so I added the flaxseed and all of this good stuff. Now we're going to kind of see what we got going on here now that it's had a chance to mix up. Also added another half teaspoon of salt. One for this whole thing is great because I'm only going to eat a couple tablespoons at a time, you know. So. Oh. So much better. Okay, so the flax was nice. I like it. I'm going to try it with carrots because the carrot's a little sweet. See how it balances. I've also got green beans, and I think I'm going to cut up some green beans, some fresh green beans, and then just dip them in as well. So give me a few minutes. I'll plate up, and then we'll see our hummus. Okay, so I wanted to give you one last little tip. I'm going to do cucumbers, and I just want to show you how to make kind of a cucumber stick. I am not a fan. I like it without the peel. So I have a little, this is actually, I use it as peeler, cheese slicer, but just peel your cucumber real quick. Super easy. This will also go to my rabbit, the peels. He loves them. I just had a few little leftover pieces of cucumber where I've sliced it for sandwiches and salads, and I thought, oh, what better than to dip some of my cucumber in that. So, and my hummus, yum. So, as I'm doing this, peeling, all done, that will go to my rabbit. I'm going to slice these in half. Greatest use for these little baby spoons. You just dig your spoon in and just scrape the seeds out. Just like this. And you're left with the awesomeness of the cucumber, which without all the seeds and stuff. Okay. I'm going to turn them over. Just gonna cut them down. Sorry, I was concentrating. I want to make sure I didn't cut my finger on video. That would really suck. Okay. It happens. I mean, people cut themselves all the time, trust me. You just have to be careful. Okay, so what I've got over here, I'm gonna add these cucumbers real quick. So now here is gonna be my lunch. I've got hummus, carrots, and cucumber sticks. Yum. You guys enjoy.